All right, Robin, this is it. This is our We Sell Restaurants monthly roundup for October 24.
I love it,
Yeah.
especially the results in October. Talk to
Mhm.
me about them.
Okay, I will. So overall, October 24 to October 23, how did things change?
48% increase in transactions. Off the charts. And if you ask me what drove that, I think that small business owners in particular were starting to see the momentum for the election. Very different from what the pollsters were saying, but the guy at the counter, the person, the small business owner planning to invest, we had a rate decrease. I don't think that was hugely material to buyers, but they started to sense that momentum, and deals closed and more deals began going into contract in October in pre-election.
48% is not a little.
No,
How often do you see something like that year over year?
this is the first time this year that we've seen that kind of growth in transactions. We've seen that kind of growth in gross commission income. We've seen that kind of growth in sales dollars. But transactionally is what's really critical, because that tells you the velocity of the market is speeding up.
Yeah, I know you like that word.
I do.
Velocity equals money.
Yes, yes, for sure.
And I also know that you like to look at year over year, especially that. There's so many ways to interpret data, but why is that so important?
So we're talking now about October, which is the fourth quarter, but just that look back to the third quarter was also amazing for We Sell Restaurants. And that's a little bit different, Rob, because as many years as I've been in the restaurant brokerage business and even pre-restaurant brokerage business, in Fortune 100 companies, there was typically this kind of pause pre-election, right? Where people are saying, maybe not yet. I want to see what the future is going to hold. But transactionally, in third quarter, we were at 25.7%. Which is still a massive number.
Sure.
And we benchmark that. So we benchmark ourselves against everyone else selling restaurants in America. And the way we do that is by using data from BizBuySell. You're familiar with BizBuySell?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Okay. So BizBuySell does this quarterly insights report. And so they're looking at all the transactions they're selling across the United States. And then when they're done, they're kind enough to provide us with the restaurant data. And then I look at it and formulate some feedback about what is the quarterly insights for the restaurant industry. So nationwide, general business brokers, including We Sell Restaurants added in, the entire denominator of all restaurants sold in third quarter were up 15.2%. What was We Sell Restaurants? Do you remember that number?
25.7.
25.7. We were 10.5 percentage points, not percentage points ahead of the market. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Super exciting.
And you kind of just glossed over it though, but BizBuySell provides you with these numbers so you can interpret these numbers. That's how well you know these numbers. The restaurant industry nationwide.
I love it because I'm able to pull in all the insights from our buyers and our sellers, and people are coming to us to do more than just sell their restaurant. They want to know that this brand really understands the business, understands the underlying metrics, understands the unique challenges that a restaurant owner faces and the unique opportunities that buyers can undertake when they jump into this business. So I'm thrilled to author that report quarterly.
Okay. So as you well know, the election is over, a long time coming, but it was over fairly quickly.
Can we be so thankful that all the texts are now gone from our phone and our mail can now just go back to just being bills? We're looking forward to bills instead of all the direct mail. But yes, it's over. And it's good news.
You're optimistic.
I am optimistic for the restaurant brokerage business. And here's why. Look at what happened to the stock market. The day after the election, 1,300 point increase. That's not insignificant. Look what happened to cryptocurrency. Now, I'm not a cryptocurrency gal, but that market hit the highest level ever the day after the election. Small business optimism is going to surge. Consumer confidence is going to surge. What happens in, I believe it was September, we had the lowest consumer confidence that's been recorded since the 2008 recession, sparked by the housing crisis. Flip that around. Consumers feel good.
Mhm.
They're going to go out and spend money. Where are they going to spend money?
Restaurants?
Restaurants, because restaurants are not just, we talk about this in Appetite for Acquisition. Restaurants are the fabric of our communities, right?
Mhm.
With everybody engrossed on their phone or looking at their tablets and not having real conversations, when you break bread and share a glass of wine, there's a sense of community. That's never going away. It's why during COVID, people were anxious to get back into that in-person experience again. So restaurants, consumer confidence is going to soar. They get a hold of inflation. Interest rates are going to continue to come down, which is also going to drive things. This Trump no tax on tips program.
Mhm.
Think about that. It's ingenious in a way, because what it may actually do is give a breakthrough to the labor issues facing restaurateurs.
Mhm.
Because after all, with no tax on tips, that makes those jobs and the no taxes on their earnings a lot more palatable for a lot more people to jump back in that industry.
Sure. Okay, so for sellers who might be thinking about, getting into the market, now's the time. What should they be thinking about and doing?
I really anticipate that the first quarter of 2025 is going to be on fire. So sellers should, in the fourth quarter of this year, get their books in order, get them over to a certified restaurant broker, get a valuation on their business. Listen, that valuation can change based on market conditions. If it gets as hot as I suspect it will, those can go up and be adjusted up over time. We can get into multiple bidding situations, but get in line, get your information to a certified restaurant broker, get that valuation, and let's start talking about selling.
Yeah. Position yourself now. It can take 6 to 9 months to sell a business.
Right.
So position yourself now so that you can capture all that confidence as we
Absolutely.
get into the next year. And so what should brokers then be doing?
Learning how to survive on very little sleep. That's what brokers should be doing. And also buyers. What should buyers be doing?
Mhm.
Buyers should be doing everything they would do in advance of a boom in the marketplace. Get their own financial house in order. Start really understanding the marketplace. Listen to what's out there. Start looking at opportunities. And visit our website. We have over 1,000 listings online now, like over $425 million in listing inventory, and that's going to grow. Start understanding the differences between the good, the better, and the best, because there are going to be people vying for the best opportunities in the marketplace.
And overall, the restaurant industry, how is it changing? How's technology impacting it?
Oh my gosh, in so many ways. The minimum wage increases have really forced restaurateurs to go out and drive technology in ways they never have before. Now, with the advent of artificial intelligence, we're seeing drive-through windows and communication techniques. And I was in a restaurant in Canada the end of last year, and the robot was delivering the food to the table. You placed your order with a human, the robot was bringing the food to the table. So restaurateurs are going to push the envelope as it relates to technology. And then they're going to have to do, like Elon Musk wrote about this in his book, like you break a process apart, then you automate it. So I think restaurateurs are going to do that with technology, and then they're going to come back and they'll add back in the human element. Because after all, it's still a community, it's still a way in which we engage with one another. And you can't depersonalize that 100%.
All right. Anything else?
I think that's it. What an exciting time to be alive, right? What an exciting time to be in the restaurant industry, looking forward to getting in, looking forward to cashing out. I'm glad we're going to be here to take care of all these clients.
Yeah, and we'll check back in next month.
Absolutely.